Hello students, today we will discuss test for physics solutions. Okay, so here I am giving the link in the description. If you click on that link, it will open the Google form space. There you can find the question paper. Okay, this is the physics solutions. The first question, this topic will be based on the photoelectric effect and X-rays. The syllabus of this topic will be photoelectric effect and X-rays. So at the minimum formulas you need to remember the photoelectric effect and X-rays. Okay, so based on the minimum formulas we can solve these problems. Okay, go for the first question. The first question as follows, problem P1. All electrons ejected from a surface by incident of wavelength 200 nanometers can be stopped before traveling 1 meter in the direction of the uniform electric field. The work function of that metal will be is equal to. So energy will be is equal to, incident energy is work function plus maximum kinetic energy. Maximum kinetic energy. The incident energy can be calculated, that is, you know this formula, E is equal to h nu, that is equal to hc by lambda. If energy is in electron volts, lambda I can put in angstroms or otherwise nanometers. So energy in electron volts will be is equal to 12400 lambda in angstroms, or otherwise energy in electron volts 1240 divided by lambda in nanometers. This is the formula. So according to this formula, the problem is 1240 divided by lambda is given as 200 nanometers. So energy we are getting in electron volts. Then the work function we need to calculate. The kinetic energy can be written as Q into the potential difference. The Q is here is the, what is the Q will be here? Q is E into, that is potential difference. I said this formula. Okay. So from here, so I am getting it will be 6.2 here. Then work function we need to calculate. But in the problem, E multiplied by the potential difference. The potential difference is for 1 volt, 1 meter difference. There is a 1 meter difference. The potential difference will come as 4 volt. So an electric field is of 1 meter. Electric field is existing 1 meter of value 4 Newton for Coulomb. So this means the potential difference is of 4 volt. So 4 volts means 4 electron volts is the energy. Then work function will become 6.2 minus 4, that is 2.2 electron volts. So 2.2 electron volts is there in the D option. So the correct option will be D. Okay, fine. So go for the next question. So the second question as follows, P2 will be. The question will be the maximum kinetic energy of electrons hitting a target so as to produce the X-rays of wavelength 1 angstroms. That means maximum kinetic energy of the electrons, that is same as that of X-rays which are produced, that is h nu. The maximum kinetic energy we need to comment hc by lambda. So that is 12400 divided by lambda in angstroms. So that is 1 angstrom. Then I'll get, this will be in electron volts. So 12400 electron volts, that is same as that of, so 12.4 kilo electron volts. Okay, so this corresponds to the option B. Let us go to the third question. The third question as follows. An X-ray tube is operated at 15 kilovolts. Calculate the upper limit of speed of electron striking. So it is same as that of the previous problem. So kinetic energy maximum that has produced will be is equal to h nu. So that is h nu, it is hc by lambda. So that is the E maximum. But how to get the E maximum will be here. So kinetic energy, that is E maximum they are asking. So the potential difference they are operated at is 15 keV. So that means kinetic energy means half mv square. The energy will be is equal to E into potential difference that is operated. The potential difference that is operated here, it is 15 kV, that is 15,015 volt. So from here, I substitute all the values here. So we need to calculate the speed. U is equal to square root of 2 into E into potential difference divided by M. E means electric field, electric charge 10 power minus 19 coulombs. M is mass of an electron, that is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kilograms. So if I substitute all these three quantities here, I'll get the velocity approximately 7.25 into 10 power 7 meters per second. So 10 power 7 meters per second, that corresponds to the A option. Okay, clear? I hope it is. Yeah, go for the next problem, P4 problem. Okay, fine. So let us see the fourth question. The fourth question as follows. P4. In this question, A and B are the two metals. Threshold frequencies are given. For metal A, the threshold frequency is 1.8 into 10 power 14 Hz. And for metal B, the threshold frequency is 2.2 into 10 power 14 Hz. So if the incident frequency is greater than this, so the incident frequency must be greater than this, then only there is an emission of photoelectrons. So according to the problem, the energy incident is equal to h nu. So that is 0.825 electron volts. Let us convert into joules. 1 electron volt is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules. Then frequency nu is equal to 0.825 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 whole divided by h. The h value is 6.6 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. So after this I'll get it will be of 2 into 10 power 14 hertz. So incident frequency is this. So incident frequency should be greater than that of the threshold. So that means 2 is greater than that of 1.8 but less than that of 2.2. So that means metal A will emit the photoelectrons. So only metal A will emit photoelectrons. Will emit electrons. So P4, the answer which matches will be the B. Okay, fine. Go for the P5. The P5 problem as follows. So in the P5 problem, they have mentioned clearly E1, E2 be the respective kinetic energy of an electron, alpha particle, proton, each having the same de Broglie wavelength. The de Broglie wavelength lambda is equal to h by p. The p can be written as square root of 2m into kinetic energy. So this will be same for all. That means square root of m is same for all. That means energy is inversely proportional to mass. Lighter masses will have the more energies. So mass of electrons are small, then the small one is proton, then the small one is alpha particle. That means energy of the electron is greater than that of energy of the proton, that is greater than that of alpha particle. Energy of the electron they have given as E1, that is greater than that of energy of proton, that is given as 3, that is greater than that of 8. Okay, so finally in the problem P5, the best option will be the A option. Okay, go for the P6 problem. So in the P6 problem, which of the following when falls on a metal will emit the photoelectrons? So to emit the photoelectrons, the frequency must be greater than that of the threshold frequency. So large frequency is required. Large frequency is required. So large frequency means small wavelength is required. Small wavelength is required. So in the given four options, which one will have the small beams? That is UV radiations. That is UV radiations will have it. This UV radiations will emit the ultraviolet region. So that means it is A is the best option. So let us go for the P7 question. In the P7 question, they have given the graph. In the P7 question, they have given the graph. According to the graph, we need to estimate the threshold wavelength. So they have mentioned here the graph of frequency versus the stopping potential. The frequency versus stopping potential graphs will generally looks like this. So this is the threshold frequency. In the problem, The threshold frequency will be, according to the graph, the threshold frequency will be 5 into 10 power 14 hertz. So wavelength they are asking, that is equal to c by lambda. So lambda will be is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second by 5 into 10 power 14. That is meter inverse. So when I simplify this, I'll get as, it is of 6000 angstroms. 5 6 the 30. That is 6000 angstroms will be there. So P7 6000 angstroms. B is the best option. Okay. Let us go for the P8. The P8 problem. The P8 problem. A 200 watt sodium lamp emits yellow light of wavelength 0.6. Assuming 20% is sufficient in converting electrical energy into, okay, only 20% to light. So the number of photons of yellow light emitted per second will be. So we know that key power can be done as energy. N will be the number of photons, each energy of h nu by t. Here we need to estimate number of photons per unit time. That is equal to P divided by h nu. So that means P divided by h nu we need to calculate. P to h nu means hc divided by lambda. Okay. So that means number of photons incident per unit time will be. So out of 200, only 25% means only 1/4. That is 200. That is the meaning of 25%. Let's see. That is lambda they have given in 0.6. That means lambda is 0.6 micrometers. Let us convert into nanometer. That is 6 into 10 power minus 7 meters. So that is 600 nanometers. So that time hc by lambda will come as 1240 divided by 600. Answer will come in electron volts. Let us convert into joules. 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. So with this, after simplification, I'll get number of photons per unit time is 1.5 into 10 power 20. So 1.5 into 10 power 20 is best matches in the option A. So you take the calculator and do the simplification. Okay. Let us go for the next problem, that is P9, physics 9th problem. In the 9th problem, what they have given? So the 9th problem they have given, it is a P9th problem. In photoelectric effect, work function of a metal is 3.5. The emitted electrons can be stopped by a potential difference. That means energy E is equal to work function plus stopping potential. Maximum kinetic energy is the stopping potential. Remember, this should be modulus. So energy incident is we need to determine here. That is, work function is 3.5 electron volts, but stopping potential is of 1.2 electron volts. So the total will be is of 4.7 electron volts. So with this, option A is the best matches here. Okay, then problem number P10 as follows. The problem number P10 will be the threshold frequency of a metallic surface corresponds to an energy of 6.2 electron volts. Threshold frequency means it is a work function that is given as 6.2 electron volts plus, and the stopping potential that correspond to the maximum kinetic energy, that is 5V. Then total it will come as 11.2 electron volts. Then even I can calculate the corresponding lambda. That the corresponding lambda will be is equal to 12400 angstroms by 11.2 angstroms. So when I simplify this, I'll get as 1107 angstroms. So 1107 is the region of ultraviolet region. This is the region of ultraviolet region. Okay. So ultraviolet region, yes, it will be the UV region, ultraviolet region. So UV region. So the best option matches will be here. It is the A option best matches. Okay, fine. So be careful how to solve these problems. Let us go for the next problem, P11. So in the P11, when 2 photons of energy h nu falls on aluminum plate of work function in electrons of maximum kinetic energy K is ejected. If the frequency of the radiation is doubled, then maximum kinetic energy of the ejected electrons. Okay, then P11th problem is again the photoelectric equation. E is equal to work function plus maximum kinetic energy of the electrons. So initially it is h nu, then work function is E naught, the kinetic energy, say for example K. In the next it is doubled, the frequency is double, no changes in the work function, let's say kinetic energy is K prime. So they are asking kinetic energy. Let us do the subtract these two equations. When I subtract these equations, I'll get here it is h nu, I'll get 0 here, I'll get k dash minus k here. So clearly k dash is equal to h nu plus k. H nu plus k. The best option matches will be the option C is the matching here. So this is what is the P11. Let us go for the P12th problem. In the P12th problem, what they have given here in the P12th, which which metal will suitable for photoelectric cell using a light of wavelength 4000 angstroms. The work function of sodium, yes, they have given work function from sodium, it is 2 electron volts. Then work function for copper, it is of 4 electron volts. So now incident energy will be in electron volts is equal to, so 12400 divided by h nu value, hc by lambda. So hc will be 12400 by lambda in angstroms, that is 4000 angstroms. So next 2 double zeros, 2 zeros cancel. Then it's 124 divided by 40. So it is approximately 4 3s are 120. So approximately 3 electron volts will come. So this sodium threshold is 2 electron volts. So incident energy is 3. So there is a possibility for that. Compulsory there is a possibility for the emission of electrons. But in case of copper, threshold is 4. So that means energy incident is 3 electron volts. That means there is no emission of the photoelectron. That is the best suitable will be sodium is the best suitable. So if the sodium is the best suitable, which option is the best here? A option is the best here. So I said in the class also, E is equal to h nu by h nu, that is hc by lambda. Hc value either you can take 1240 or 42 or 12400 depending upon whether it is in nanometer or otherwise in angstroms. Okay, so now let us go for the P13th question. In P13th question they have mentioned, again it is based on the photoelectric effect. So we need to identify the maximum velocity of electron emitted by a light of wavelength incident on a surface, work function. So incident energy will be is equal to hc by lambda, that is equal to work function plus maximum kinetic energy, that is half mv square. The maximum speed half mv square. So when we simplify this, I'll get here hc minus 5 lambda by lambda. So m will come here and 2 will go here. This is the scenario, that is square root will come as u max. So direct formula based. So where it is best matching will be so that C option is the best matching. The C option will be the correct option here. Okay. So let us go for the 14th question. In the 14th question, so they have given us P14th. They have given us the radiations of 2 photons of energy twice and 10 times of work function of the metal are incident on the metal surface, the ratio of maximum velocities. So again we have E is equal to, so work function plus kinetic energy. So now kinetic energy in case of first case K1 is equal to E1 minus W. So in the second case it is K2 is equal to E2 minus W. The K1 will be, E1 is twice the work function minus, so K2, it is 10 times the work function, so it is a 10 times the work function, so minus W, that is K2 will be is equal to 9W, K1 is equal to W. So we need the ratio, K1 is to K2 is equal to W is to 9W, that is equal to 1 is to 9. But kinetic energy is directly proportional to E square, half mv square. That is U1 east U2 will be is equal to square root of 1 east square root of 9, that is 1 is to 3. Okay, the 1 is to 3 option is there in the B. So that is the best option will be here, B is the right answer. Okay. Next go for the next question. Go for the 15th question. The 15th question as follows. In the 15th question, they have given the cathode of photoelectric cell. It is again the photoelectric effect based. 15th question. So in the 15th question, they have mentioned like this. So what is mentioned? The cathode of 1 minute. Photoelectric cell is changed such that the work function goes from W1 to W2. If the current before and after are I1 and I2, all other conditions are remains unchanged then. So you know that current, photo current is directly proportional to the intensity. So in this problem, intensity remains constant. So if the intensity remains constant, then photo current is again remains constant. That means there is no relation with the photo current and the work function. That means photo current initially is equal to photo current finally. I1 is equal to I2 is the best option, that is A. So let us go for the next question, that is P16. So what they have given here. The problem P16. So monochromatic radiation emitted when electron and hydrogen atom jumps from first excited state to the ground, irradiates a photosensitive material, the stopping potential is then threshold frequency is. So electron is jumping from n equal to 2 to n equal to 1 in hydrogen atom. We know that in hydrogen atom the energy here it is minus 13.6 electron volts. Here it is minus 13.6 by 4 electron volts. Endukani energy En is equal to minus 13.6 by n square electron volts. This formula you know already. So now there is a photon is emitted. This photon is again coming and falling on a metal. Once this photon is coming and falling on this metal, so I need to estimate its frequency. I need to estimate its energy. So the energy I will get as simply the difference. What is the difference will be there? It is 13.6 by 13.6 into 1 minus 1 by 4, that is 3 by 4. That is the difference. So with this what I will get here. So 4 3 are 12. 3.4 into 3. 3.4 into 3, that means energy will come as 10.2 electron volts. The energy which is falling will be 10.2 electron volts. So for this metal plate, the work function is given as, that is stopping potential. The threshold frequency, that is h into nu, this we need to calculate. But they have given the maximum kinetic energy in the form of stopping potential, that is 3.57 electron volts. So using the Einstein equation, when I use Einstein equation here, E is equal to, that is 10.2, work function, that is h into nu threshold, plus maximum kinetic energy 3.57. With this I will get h into nu threshold will be 10.2 minus 3.57. So I will get as 6.63 electron volts. So but they are asking the frequency. So from here the frequency will be is equal to, threshold frequency is 6.63 electron volts means 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules divided by Planck's constant, that is 6.6 into 10 power minus 34. The answer will come as Hertz, that is threshold frequency will be is 1.6 into 10 power 15 Hertz. So the best option will be here, which is the C option. Okay, so let us go for the next problem P17. So in the P17 they have given the photoelectric work function of a metal is 1 electron volts. Light of wavelength falls on it. The photoelectrons come out with a velocity. Then again they are asking velocity. So again the equation E is equal to work function velocity means from here, that is a kinetic energy. So energy incident is corresponds to the wavelength angstroms, that is 12400 divided by angstroms means 3000. So an answer is 1 electron volts. This is the kinetic energy. So this cancel, 3 4 ja, 3 1 ja. So then what I'll get there? 4.13 minus 1. So minus means it is 3.13. So kinetic energy will become 3.13 electron volts. but I need to calculate the speed. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, that is U is equal to square root of 2 into kinetic energy by m. Okay, so from here if I substitute all these values, k value, remember we need to substitute in terms of electron volts, not in joules. That is 2 into electron volts is 3.13, that is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules. Mass of electron is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31. So after substitution of all the values, after simplification, I'll get here the speed will be is of in the order of 10 power 6 meters per second. You can cross check. 31 goes up, then it will be 10 power 31 minus 19. So 31 minus 19 will come as, so approximately 12. So 12 will come. So square root of 12 is there. Square root of 12 means it is 6 whole square, that is 10 power 6. So answer will be 10 power 6. The best option will be 10 power 6 meters per second is the D option. Okay, so the D option is the best matches here for P17. So let us go for the P18. So if I go for the P18, the 18th problem as follows. When the energy of the incident radiation is increased by 20%, the kinetic energy of the photoelectrons emitted from the metal surface increased from 0.5 to. So this is again the based on the work function plus kinetic energy. In the initial case, energy is E1. So work function there is no changes. Kinetic energy is 0.5. In the next case, it is increased by 20%. So already E1 is there. Now I increase the 20%. 20 by 100 into E1. So work function, but kinetic energy became now 0.8. So from here it will be 6 E1 by 5 is equal to work function plus 0.8. This is the equation 1 and this is the equation 2. So divide the 1 and 2. When I divide 1 and 2, I'll get as 5 by 6 is equal to work function plus 0.5 by work function plus 0.8. So 5 watts, 5 W, then 4 is equal to 6 plus 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. So that means work function is 1 electron volts. The best option for P, it is a B option. Okay, let us go for the P19. Let us go for the P19. When I go for the P19, so they have mentioned clearly the threshold frequency for a photosensitive material is mentioned. The threshold frequency is mentioned. And if a light of frequency, that is incident frequency, also mentioned, then the cutoff voltage in the sense stopping potential we need to determine. So energy E is equal to work function plus maximum kinetic energy, that is h nu plus threshold is h nu naught, stopping potential into E into Vs. So I need to estimate here Vs, that will become h by E into nu minus threshold. So I have all the values if I substitute here. So h value will be 6.6 into 10 power minus 34. E value is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. So nu it is given as 8.2 into 10 power 14 minus 3.3 into 10 power 14. So then after all this I'll get a stopping potential will be approximately 2.2 volts. So 2.2 volts is there in the option A. So nearly, we need to comment the answer is nearly. Okay, so let us go for the P20. Let us go for the P20. Let us go for the P20th problem. The P20 problem as follows. In the photoelectric effect, stopping potential for a light of frequency nu1 is V1. If the light is replaced another having a frequency nu2, then the stopping potential will be. So then again the same problem, E is equal to, so work function plus kinetic energy. So kinetic energy can be written as, so it is h nu, that is the frequency in terms of n is given, h nu. So work function plus kinetic energy, the E is the stopping potential. In the first case they have given h n1 work function W plus E V1. In the second case h n2, that is work function plus E V2. So we need to comment for V2, that is subtract here. H will come as N2 minus N1. Then work function 0. If I take E common, V2 minus V1. So from here H by E N2 minus N1 is equal to V2 minus V1. So I need for V2, that is H by E N2 minus N1 plus V1 is equal to V2. So this is the answer. So with what is the best option matches will be here. It is a D option. So D option best matches here. Okay. So next go for the P21. The problem P21 as follows. The problem P21 as follows. The maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectrons ejected from a metal plate, from a metal plate or cathode, they are irradiated with a wavelength of 400 nanometers is 1 electron volts. The threshold energy of the surface is, they have given the threshold energy. Then which of the following statements are correct? So they are giving the threshold frequency of the photosensitive. First threshold energy, first option. So threshold energy is given as H nu threshold. E is given as the threshold energy is given as 1.9 electron volts. That is 1.9 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules. So from here threshold frequency is 1.9 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 divided by H value we know, that is 6.6 into 10 power minus 34 joule per second. So if I calculate this, how much I'll get? So 1.9 into 10, it is approximately say 2. So 2 into 1.5, so it will come as 3. So 3 by 6.6. 3 by 6.6 in the sense approximately 0.2 like this, 0.2, but it is given as 4.6. So A option will not match. Let us go for the B option. So the minimum wavelength of incident light required for the photo emission. So minimum it is same as that of, so nu equal to C by lambda, threshold C by lambda. This is the minimum wavelength. So lambda minimum will be is equal to, C value is 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. The frequency, that you substitute here this frequency value. Or otherwise we can calculate like this. Lambda will be is equal to Hc, that is 12400 divided by energy is 1.9. So it will come as in angstroms. So you make it as approximately 2 6 ja 2 2 ja 0 0 angstroms. That means approximately matches. So the B is the best option here. So then C, the maximum wavelength, that is wrong. In B and C, that is the minimum wavelength. The energy of the incident photon. Let us calculate the energy of the incident photon. So energy of the incident photon is that is the D option. Let us say E is equal to, so work function plus kinetic energy. The maximum kinetic energy 1 it is given, plus work function it is given, threshold frequency is 1.9, then energy will become, it is 2.9 according to the equation, but it's not this. It is not this. We need to calculate from the wavelength. What is the wavelength they have given? 440 nanometers. So then, so energy will become 1240 divided by 440. So 44 3 approximately will come. So how much it will come? 124 divided by 44. So 124 divided by 44 we need to do. So 124 divided, doing with the calculator, no option. So 124 divided by 44. It is coming as 2.8. 2.8 electron volts. Okay. Yeah. The maximum kinetic energy when the light is radiated. Yeah, this is the 2.9. Even D is also coming. It is D is also coming. So that means only D is coming. Our close answer is only D. So anyway, I'll give for both and B and D. So the closest answers are B and D. So for this, we can take as B as well as D, both are correct because both are very close to answers. Okay, so strictly speaking only D, but anyway we'll consider for the B also. This much accurate calculations is difficult within 1 minute time. Okay, so let us go for the 22. Let us go for 22. The question number 22, what they have given. The work function of metal A and B are in the ratio 1:2. If the light of frequencies of F1 to F are incident on the surfaces A and B, so there is a surface A and there is a surface B. So here the incident frequency is F and here the incident frequency is 2F. The ratio of maximum kinetic energy of the electrons emitted. Let's say kinetic energy is here K1, let's say kinetic energy is K2. So we need to comment on the kinetic energy. So let us write for the work function. Here it is W and the work function here it is 2W according to the problem, 1:2 ratio. If I write the equation, HF will be is equal to work function plus K1. If I write the equation here, H2F plus work function plus K2. Okay. We need to comment for the condition. So from here I write HF minus K1 is equal to W. So from here 2HF minus K2 is equal to 2 times of W. So let us call equation 1 and equation 2. Divide them to 2 divided by 1. 2 divided by 1, that is equal to 2 is equal to 2HF minus K2 divided by HF minus K1. So 2HF minus 2K1 is equal to 2HF minus K2. That is 2K1 is equal to K2. So K1 by K2 is equal to 1 by 2. That's the answer. Okay, fine. So let us go for the next question. So 1:2. B option is the best matches in the previous problem. So we can put that the B option is the best matches there. So B option is the best matches here. So B option is the best matches. So let us go for the 23rd question. The 23rd question, what they have given. The 23rd question they have given. Which of the following best represent the maximum kinetic energy versus frequency? So that means we know that H nu is the incident frequency, that is the work function, and kinetic energy. So kinetic energy will be is equal to H nu minus work function. Obviously Y is equal to mx minus C graph. This is the frequency and this is the kinetic energy graph. So obviously the graph will looks like this. So this is the threshold frequency. That is the work function. Okay. So D option is the best matches. It's a direct question. So next P24 will discuss. The P24, the potential difference that must be applied to stop the photoelectrons from a nickel surface having work function when an light is falling. Okay, direct question is again, the work function is given in the problem as 5.01 volt and incident energy also Hc by lambda. It is given in nanometers, so 1240 divided by 200 nanometers. So that means so to 6.2 electron volts. So now we need to calculate the stopping potential. E is equal to work function plus stopping potential. So E is given as 6.2, it is 5.1 plus E stopping potential. So automatically will come as 1.2. It will come as 1.2 volt. Is the stopping potential. Remember, stopping potential must be negative. So that's why the answer is B is the best option here. It is not the D. So they are asking the stopping potential. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute. If it is the stopping potential or potential, the potential difference that must be applied to stop the fastest electrons having the potential difference is minus 1.2 volts. So okay, If they have asked the stopping potential, then it will be 1 point. Already stopping is mentioned. So 25th question. The 25th question, obviously the direct question it is based on the X-rays experiment. That is continuous X-ray. So for P25 they are asking the continuous X-rays. We know that the graph of continuous X-rays, lambda versus intensity. So the graph starts from the minimum lambda, that is known as the cutoff wavelength. It goes up to infinity. So from lambda minimum to infinity we have the range. So it must be greater than 0 obviously. So the best option will be the B. Go for the P26. The P26 problem as follows. The P26 problem as follows. Two radiations of photons of energies 1 electron volts, 2.5 electron volts successively illuminate a photosensitive metal surface of work function Z. The ratio of the maximum speeds. Again they are asking the speeds, kinetic energies, that is E minus work function. The first one has the energy of 1 and work function is 0.5. So with this I'll get as the 1 by 2 electron volts. The second one K2 is of 2.5, then work function is 0.5, it is 2 electron volts. So we need the ratio K1 is to K2 is equal to 1 by 2 is to 2. So K1 is to K2 is 1 is to 4. Even V squares are there, that means I need to get the square roots, that is 1 is to 2. So that means problem number P26 is 1 is to 2 is the best option. So B is the correct option. Okay, go for the 27th. So P27. So photoelectric emission is observed from a metal surface for frequencies nu1 and nu2 of the incident light rays. If the maximum value of kinetic energy of photoelectrons emitted in the two cases is 1 is to K, then the threshold frequency of the metal surface is, so there is a metal, then frequency 1 of frequency nu1 and another one is of frequency nu2. The maximum kinetic energy is here, maximum kinetic energy is 1 and maximum kinetic energy is here, it is K. Then the threshold frequency, that means work function of the metal, so that is H nu, we need to estimate. In the first case it is H nu1 is equal to, so work function plus 1, H nu2 is equal to work function plus kinetic energy is K. So from here we need to estimate for the work function. Then how will estimate for the, then the threshold frequency. Let us add both. If I add both, yeah, we can add or we can subtract. So what is can we do here? So then the threshold frequency of the, they are asking, yeah, threshold frequency they are asking. I'm sorry, here it is a K1 and it is K2. So K1 is equal to 1, K2 is equal to K. So we do one thing. Yeah, if you add also, no, okay, subtract. We'll subtract now. We'll subtract. We'll subtract. We'll subtract. So H nu2 minus nu1. So when we subtract it will goes away. So K2 minus K1. So that is also wrong option. So what we'll do here, that means, yeah, we'll do one thing. Work function we need to determine, no? So we do one thing here. We do, see here, h nu 1 minus w divided by h nu 2 minus w is equal to k1 by k2. That is given in the problem as 1 by k. Now you cross multiply and solve for k. That is h nu 1 k minus wk is equal to h nu 2 minus w. You bring this w this side and you bring nu to this side. So h can be taken out. K nu 1 minus nu 2 will be, of course, minus here, is equal to k minus 1 into work function. So we need to comment for the work function, that is h into k nu 1 minus nu 2 divided by k minus 1. So this is the best option. So the best option for the work function will be h multiplied by only threshold. Okay, the w is equal to h will cancel, new threshold, k nu 1 minus nu 2 divided by k minus 1. It is there in the B option. Okay, this is the manipulation, that is nothing is there in this problem. Let us go for the 28th problem. So in the P28 problem, they have mentioned will be here, a 5 watt source emits a monochromatic light of wavelength 5000 angstroms. When placed 0.5 away, it liberates the photoelectrons when the source is 1. Yeah, it is somewhat like this. There is a source for me which gives the waves in all the directions. So this problem is based on the number of photoelectrons. That means it is based on the intensity. From a point source, the intensity at a distance r is given by intensity is inversely proportional to 1 by r square. This I told you in the waves on a string or sound wave chapter. So intensity is directly proportional to 1 by r square. That means photo current is also 1 by r square. So that is number of photons emitted per unit time is also directly proportional to 1 by r square. So in the two cases, in the first case number of photons emitted per unit time, second case divided by first case will be is equal to r1 by r2 whole square. In the first case the distance is 0.5, in the second case the distance is 1 whole square. So it will be of 1 by 4. The factor is, what is the reduced factor? The factor 4. So that means the best option will be D. Okay, so number of photoelectrons అన్నవి దేని మీద డిపెండ్ అయి ఉంటాయి అంటే ద డిస్టెన్స్. ఆ డిస్టెన్స్ అనేది ఆబ్వియస్ గా దూరం వెళ్ళే కొద్ది బ్రైట్నెస్ తగ్గుతుంది. బ్రైట్నెస్ తగ్గుతుంది అంటే ఇంటెన్సిటీ తగ్గుతుంది, అంటే నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఫోటాన్స్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ అనేది తగ్గుతుంది అని మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. మరి వాట్ ఇస్ దట్ రిలేషన్ అంటే I is directly proportional to 1 by r square. So this I taught you, intensity depends on the distance in case of sound waves as well as in case of waves on a string. You can see in the sound wave chapter, you will find it. Okay, let us go for the next problem, P29. The P29 problem as follows. That is a theoretical based question. So P29 in a photoelectric effect. So that the best option will be here. So only the D option is the best option. So it is simply the based on the entire photoelectric effect. You check yourself. It is easiest question. P30. The P30 question as follows. Yeah, in an experiment, he has drawn the photoelectric stopping potential versus light according to Einstein. So we have h nu incident frequency, that is work function plus stopping potential is EVS. So I can draw like this, W is equal to EVS. If I draw a stopping potential versus frequency, that is equal to C by lambda. This is the stopping potential. EVS you can say no problem, or VS, only VS also you can take. So the graph will looks like, that is h by E into nu minus W by E is equal to stopping potential. So Y is equal to mx minus C. Y is equal to mx minus C in the sense it is like this. So for another metal, the graph may be like this. You should see here, for any metal the slope is same. This is for metal A and this is for metal B. Slope is constant, that is h upon E, that is slope constant, that is independent of the metal we are using, because h is the Planck constant and A is the electric charge. They are the universal constants. So slope must be constant. But according to the given data in the given question, the slope of metal A is larger than that of slope of metal B. That's why the data itself is correct in this problem. Data itself is incorrect. Whatever the data he is provided is not correct. So then nothing to comment here. If the data is not matching according to with the Einstein equations. Okay, fine. So the most of the questions are from X-rays and the photoelectric effect. Most of the questions appear in the photoelectric effect only. Okay, fine. So thank you.